Okay, let's have a look how we can drop databases, right? How we can, that means simply how I can delete database. Okay, if I just open my MySQL workbench, you can see we just created some databases. We just did some experiments in our last video. Now we will learn how we can create our database, delete our database or drop our database, right? Again, there are two major ways. You can use GUI features, graphical user interface, or you can use the query. So if I just click on the query tab, and let me just zoom it a little bit, and now we can write our query to delete the database, right? And the query for that is drop database and then the name of the database, right? Database name. In our case, it is shop or shop1. Which database would you like to delete? And if we just press the run button, and I think this is shop database, so we'll expect to delete this database. If we just click on run, you can see the query is successful. Drop database shop and 0 rows affected. And if we just refresh the bar, and I think this time it is not deleted. Let me just refresh it again. Let me just clear this, and again if I just run this, drop database, can't drop database, shop does not exist. That means it is deleted, but there is a little problem while refreshing this bar. And again, okay, if I just write my on query to show the databases, show databases semicolon, and run this query, and if I just, okay, this query is working, but it is returning all 8 rows. That means there is some databases, but it is not able to show them. If I just refresh it again, okay, now it's working. Now I just write show databases. This is the list of databases that we have, and this is our status bar, and we just, we cannot see the database. The shop database has been deleted. So we just learned how we can delete the database using the query, and how we can delete the database using GUI. So it is very simple. If I just right click on any of my database schema, and then you can see there is an option for a drop schema or delete schema, something like that. But in our case, we are using MySQL workbench, so it is drop schema. And if I just click here, and this is a message for that, are you sure you want to drop it? And be careful if you're using a query or using a GUI to delete your database, but make sure be careful. It will, you will lose all the data permanently, and I think there's no way for now to retrieve your data, and you will lose your data. Okay, so if you are you sure you want to delete your database, and if I just click on drop now, there it is. Right now if I just run the query again, and you can see we just lose our database, the shop1 database, which does not exist now, right? So this is how we delete or drop our databases. So in our next video we'll be learn how we can alter our databases, right? I mean how we can rename them.